Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys the review for Housewives of Potomac. This is the reunion part 3. It is over with. I decided to just go because I did not feel like attempting to record this and it do what it did to me last week. I don't have the time or the patience. I'm tired, physically, mentally, emotionally, all that. I'm just tired. But anyway, I did want to. Oh, haha, feedback. I I did want to say right quick that I'm thinking about changing the title of this spilling all the tea to Yocrates. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that since there's so many tea channels and everything. HBO, what's going on? What's going on? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But I'm gonna just go ahead and try to get through that. It's a lot to unpack out of 90 minutes. So we start back up with posting notes saying that she can't take it. Gunique is asked why she's being cold. She states that she went from one mental state to the next, and then everything went legal. So then came the charges. Chris Bassett is at sorry, ask Candace, will you allow? So I'm sorry. Candace is in the back. Chris is asking her, will you allow this person to continue to control you for the rest of your life? Gunique is saying that her triggers were the hand motions. It took her back to her childhood. Then she snapped. That moment had nothing to do with her. And I did say, I forget which reviewed it, but I did say something about, this being something that happened in her childhood. I do remember saying something like that. A question is asked to Gunique not being invited to the events. And, they all pretty much agree that she said not to invite her, so we didn't invite her. It made it easy. A question is asked, why did Poston No take so long to press charges? She felt she didn't have a choice because of the narrative that was being painted. I don't agree. I think that was simply your mama got in your ear. She told you this is what we're going to do, and you went with what your mother said to do. I honestly feel that, but whatever. So So a question is asked: why didn't Gunique get mad at Karen, saying that she would press charges? It seemed as if there is a double standard of who you get mad at, and she said she was upset but respected her opinion. But the thing is, Karen was asked, "What would you do?" She wasn't asked, "What should I do?" Is what would you do? And she answered, "What would she have done?" That simple. We're making a mountain out of a molehill. Let me see. Tasha said that's where my blood pressure went up. My mine went up too. I was beyond done. And the thing is, I'm having like good thing I have a DVR because I had to keep pausing, taking notes, play, and then it got to a point where I almost did not even want to finish watching the reunion. But anyway, where am I? So the another question is, what did the women feel about um, what they feel the appropriate punishment would have been for Monique? Turtleneck felt that it should have been legal, but maybe something like ankle monitor. Doobie Wig says community service. Just be honest, say you wanted to help off the show. Like, come on now, let's be serious, y'all. Y'all doing too much. Posting note brings up her taking Monique away from her children. And with that, I mean, I agree with Candace. My thing is this again, with my time in the military, we would have a lot of soldiers that would get non-judicial punishment, which could range from many different things, from them just getting extra duty to them being, administratively separated from the military. And a lot of the times it's them having to plead their case in front of your commanding officer. But it all comes down to whatever your excuse is. Like, well, I have a family, I have this, I have that. You should have been thinking about those precious things before you went out and made this stupid decision, i.e., putting your hands on your spouse, i.e., drinking and driving, whatever the case may be. So, I mean, I have to agree with Candace on that. Like, she should have been thinking about her family and not putting that off on somebody else. So Gunique is asked why she pressed charges, and her lawyer told her to do it, and you're gonna follow your lawyer. She said she has one of, if not the best lawyer in the DC area, so she went what her lawyer said. Poston though is trying to talk down about Gunique's lawyer, but the thing is, but her lawyer did her a service. What did yours do? Exactly. Moving on. So Gunique says that Poston No's lawyer told her that they were so she told so Candace's lawyer told Monique's lawyer that they're pretty much taking her to court because they're trying to get money and they wanted Bravo to capture her. I know that Monique had, and I'm gonna just get this out of the way right now. Monique had, she had other stuff in that binder, and if you guys watch Color Me Pink's review from last week, at the very end, Monique did an interview and she kind of explained some of what else was in there. But I wish that she would have brought up the receipts on this, but I guess she was tired because by the time we get to the end of this review, or the reunion, if you will, they were at 11 hours of filming. Oh, hey, nah. So, Post-it note is as if it was easy to. I'm sorry. Phone screen is asked, was it easy for her to write the statement? And she said, given the circumstances and, also knowing what was trying to be pushed on Gargamel, which is her husband, it made her understand and it made the decision very easy. A question was asked about talking mess about the Darbys, and phone screen says much. I'm sorry, yeah, about Monique talking mess about them. She said, look, I know what loyalty is. They've been loyal to me. It is what it is, and they move past it. Ashley is good for sitting here and just moving the shit right on along. I appreciate it. So Andy asks if there is anything else that they want to say about the fight. Monique mentions that in her session with her pastor, okay, well, I don't even think I need to read it. She revealed that growing up, her father would kind of, do this, whether it's like poking her forehead or like just putting his finger in her face as a means of, trying to bully her, and that's just trying to sun her. And that is a trigger for her. So in the moment of between her and Candace, when the fingers in the hands started going on, she responded in such a way that she really couldn't way back then. And that moment had absolutely nothing to do with Candace. Frederick, what's going on? What's going on? I came with the nicknames. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Look. I have to make this enjoyable, okay? Because there's a lot going on. I'm just trying to get through it. Y'all know who I'm talking about, okay? If you don't know who I'm talking about, turtleneck is Giselle. Doobie wig is what's the girl name? Robin. I don't have a name for Karen just yet. Phone screen is Ashley. Goonig is Monique. I've already said her. 4 for 4 is Wendy. I didn't come up with 4 for 4. Collection plate is Jamal Bryant. Am I missing anybody? And post-it note is Candace, if I didn't say that. All right. Moving on. And then she also says to her, Goody, yes, what I said. She says to Candace, I offer my apology and I'm sorry for the pain that you are still going through. And I hope we are able to heal. I hope that you are able to heal and move forward, which I felt in earlier parts of this reunion. That apology was coming. It's just that, especially at the very end of the last part of the reunion, that apology. But whatever. So, Post-it note says she appreciates the childhood trauma and triggers, which I'm like, so you appreciate the fact that she went through it? You ain't shit. But she says her problem is it's been over a year. So many things were done, and the song. So the song is brought up. Gunice says that her therapist said maybe you should write a letter to Candace. Writing letters is not what she does. She does music. So she decided to put her pain into a song. And Candace didn't like that, and she started to recite the lyrics like, how was this supposed to heal the situation? But it wasn't meant to heal the situation. It was meant for her to take that experience and put it into a song, which is what artists do all of the time. And okay. So a question is, can you take so a question is asked to Post-it note, can you take responsibility for your words being provoking? She takes accountability. I just feel that in this moment, I think Post-it note appreciated what's going on, appreciated the apology. I don't think she was willing to let it go. I feel like this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And whatever, moving on, because we gonna talk more about this ish later. So Andy asks, who think that Karen was more supportive of Monique than Candace? Candace raised her hand and Ashley raises her hand, which right there, that makes me feel a bit of a ways about if Monique does come back, because she was offered a contract. But if she comes back, what is what is the dynamic going to be? So a question is asked about Karen being in the most difficult position. Shouldn't that have been Candace? And Karen, recalls the event. And when she recalls the circumstance of the event, I did apologize. I think the last review about how everything played out. But then I did see what Terrence, which is giving you the real tea. Make sure y'all check his video out tomorrow. He'll be going live at 10 a.m. my time, which is Central. So that should be what, 11 Eastern, maybe, whatever. Check him out, and I'll also be on the panel with Scotty tomorrow too. Check that out. But on his Instagram, he showed a slowdown, and right before Monique reached out and touched somebody, you can clearly see Candace grabbing of the jacket and doing the yank. What? I don't think she was going to get over it either. Monique was there. She was. She was. I mean, I'm yeah, because I'm trying not to go too deep because I'm not trying to be on here all night. I know you're not trying to argue, but I know that somebody probably in the bush talking about probably will say something about Monique, but whatever. But Karen is the only one that said that the flipping of the hair happened. Candace reached out and pulled the jacket. Monique reached and grabbed the hair, but nobody refuted the grabbing of the jacket. And I'm upset. Monique did not mention that, despite the fact that was not her trigger, from what she said, despite the fact her triggers did change over time. I hope y'all heard that she changed up the story, damn it. But whatever. Let me see. A question was asked about the wig shift party. Long story short, she, danced around the truth because she wanted the women there. Because contrary to what people know and believe, had the women not been there, they would not have shot that scene, which I do find to be BS because I'm rewatching The Real Housewives of New Jersey. A lot of stuff that they, granted, earlier seasons, but what they were able to get away with compared to this, where in season 2, Danielle shot the majority of season 2 absent of the cast. I think it was maybe one event that she was with the majority of the cast members, and then maybe 2 or 3 separate things with a one-on-one with somebody else. But if you can do that for her on this show, why couldn't Monique have gotten more screen time? Because y'all did record her. Y'all did. Y'all just chose not to. And I think that's some BS. And there's a good chance that I'm probably going to dredge up some stuff. If I don't bring it up here, I'll bring it up tomorrow night. And I'm not even going to give any of the business right now because all that's going to wait for tomorrow night. I'm just trying to get through the review. Let me see what else. Posted notes said to Karen that running field made her look guilty, run out of her party. And Karen can say it, but it has been cleared up and clarified that she had dinner arrangements following the event. And literally that scene was just, hey, I'm putting it out there. This is the product. And she was supposed to have left by then. I did hear from Bonnie Blue. Make sure y'all follow her. I'm pretty sure y'all do if y'all follow me. That she did quit, but I didn't see the IG just yet. But I did hear that. I just didn't want to say it. I think that was a power move, though. But again, that'll get discussed later, y'all. They get discussed later. Candace brings up Karen going to Bravo to get her reprimanded. So long story short, things boiled over between those two. Things was boiling over between those two. Posted note got upset because Karen was trying to make Doobie Wig and Turtleneck responsible for the falling out. And in the process, Posted note pretty much told Karen to burn and to go to hell. Karen took that as a threat for the most part, where this is not the friend that I know. The Candace that I know would never say anything like this to me. And she said that in her contract, there is something in there about them getting mental health type of services. She thought that would have been in her contract. So she was going to their boss to get them to send her someplace to get her some type of, psychiatric help. It wasn't to, try to get her reprimanded or fired. Let me see what we got here. Oh, wow. You heard me. I did. Are going to take it might. Yeah, Post-it note. But I can't take credit for Post-it note. Posting no goes to what's her name? Gunit. And if y'all look, oh, I'm sorry, like right here, no, right here, kind of slide my hand right there. What I have over her face, everything will be okay. That's right. Let's see, do. So I did say all that. I just had to sum that up because I did all that writing out. Yeah, I just summed it up. So the husbands come out. Andy, this is when shit gets a little crazy, and I'm gonna have to probably say something to Andy right quick. Yes, Monique watched her live, and she mentioned that she was. Yeah, she was. So Andy asked Chris Samuel. So, and when I say Chris S, I mean Chris Samuels, which is Monique's husband. If I say Chris B, that is Chris Bassett, and it's his husband. Just so we understand. So Andy asked Chris S if he watched this Michael Jackson series, and Chris S. I don't know why I put a G there. Without hesitation, said, I was too busy watching a filthy lie told about my wife. If we don't get to own it up to some things, there's going to be some real mess told up on this stage. And I was like, oh, ooh. I was like, oh. Well, all right. And Andy couldn't say nothing. When I tell you a pause came over Andy's spirit, it was like our ancestors just told him to hush. Somebody's calling your name. Because he couldn't say nothing. But anyway, so we find out that Chris B sold his restaurant and is doing some catering. Oh, hold on. They try to say Bravo lowball her contract to force Monique out. No, Monique and he's Chris every chance he got to speak, he was going to speak. Yes, yeah. Monique quitting was a power move. Apparently, it's because Cha Cha's coming back. Well, if she come back, if Charisse come back, shout out to Alexander Rogers because that's what he calls Charisse. If she come back, she better bring something like on God. But anyway, now with Chris B selling his business, I wonder if that was to pay for this house of theirs. We shall see. Collection plate is lecturing. Juan is at b-ball practice. He had to work. Eddie and his family, comes up about, the unfortunate relationship they haven't. He thought that after 10 years and them having a girl, that things would get better. It didn't. The curse did not come up. The student loans did not come up. The rented house didn't come up. So ain't nothing more to talk about in reference to 4 for 4 and Eddie. So Chris Samuels has taken a. Okay. So Chris was asked about what was said about him in reference to not being attentive to his wife. He said that he has taken a step back, did some thinking, and he's actually doing more. He's almost like the house mom. And again, I told y'all on the live, one of these lives, I've been all over the place last week, but the unreflected life is not worth living. See, he did some reflecting. It came from Socrates. I'm trying to told y'all some things. I'm trying to help you now. What did I miss? Oh, should we come? I'm good. Oh, I want them to bring Katie back. I really do. I love me some Katie. I'm done with this show. I'm done with this show too. I'm gonna keep reviewing, especially because I didn't review last season. I'll go ahead and more than likely will review the upcoming season, especially if I'm reviewing Atlanta. And right quick, I don't know what Atlanta thought they was giving us, but I'm glad they gave us that because I didn't have to review it. Praise God, hallelujah. Thank ya. So then Turtleneck's bodyguard is brought up, and it's brought up because of what he said on a live. And though what he said, for what it's worth, for most people would be disgusting, but I understood it. I don't have children, but I do have nieces, and I love my nieces with all of my heart, body, and soul, to the point where, yeah, I'll probably catch a case for them. I'll probably be in jail for one of them. So with all of that being said, when you have somebody speaking on someone, for the most part, who can't defend themselves and speaking on the innocence of a child, you are going to be upset because I guarantee you, if somebody came for Turtleneck children, if somebody came for Doobie Wigs children, if somebody came for Phone Screens children, even though we didn't hear a whole lot about it, but Chris B, he got heated because somebody brought up his children in the blog. I'm just saying, if we really start going in on children, are going to sit here and come about their body because you're talking about a child. And even though we do say children should never be brought up, I do say when we warn, nothing is off limits. But they weren't even warned. This was just some real gossip momentarily. Let me see. Turn to having about yep, doing the most of having it. Don't speak on people's babies and then act upon exactly. They want to get real, done with Bravo. If Chris was so hurt by these rumors and didn't want on national TV, why would he bring it up to? I'll get to that momentarily. Andy gets on my damn nerves. We need to talk about Andy and his trip. The whole Andy talk, a lot of that's going to be handled on the panel tomorrow. A whole lot of that, because I ain't trying to give it that much energy tonight, y'all. I told y'all I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Chris apologizes to the women. He apologizes for what it was that he said, that in the moment he was just hurt. He was upset, not only at how they was treating his wife, but to sit here and spread these rumors, trying to sit here and break up his family. He is apologizing. Both Turtleneck and Doobie Wig are interrupting him. Now, this is when we have to figure out, how does this talking to the other sex thing work when it comes to reality television? Because we've seen this on Married to Medicine, we've seen this on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that women get upset when a man talks to them, but why are you therefore coming at this man? Because he is just making a general statement. He is apologizing. Yet you have both Doobie Wig and Turtleneck, Gobbleneck, Sockneck, I got a fucking potato stuck in my throat neck. You have these two women coming at this man, and how do you expect him to react? Now, I wish Chris would have just sat there and just continued to say what he had to say without entertaining those two, because now he does come off as aggressive. I'm upset with Turtleneck because in her having this bodyguard there, because this is very reminiscent of Danielle having the bodyguard for, what was it? Was it season one? It was season 2 of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and how that comes off. And as African Americans, that comes off as you are either trying to say this African American woman, this chocolate African American woman is violent and I need protection, or this African American male, where we are like, the taller you are and the more weight you have on, you are considered a threat. You are considered dangerous, with everything that has occurred in 2020. And this reunion was shot in 2020. What has happened to us, and I'm just saying, we can go back with all the police brutality and everything else, for you to have a security guard there when you already know. I can't. I really can't. I really, really cannot. That disturbed my soul. Let me read a couple of these comments right quick. Actually, a little bit. What happened? Because I missed a couple things. Chris. Oh, hey, Really B, what's up, baby? But okay, so y'all still talking about the plot. Okay. I'm good on Bravo. Turtleneck. Chris B was. Yeah. So that right there, it really just upset me, because even though we shouldn't, people get mad when colorism and racism are brought up into things, but it is in a lot of things, and it's that perception, because you are subconsciously painting this picture by having him there. And the fact that Andy brought it up was to go ahead and reassure something. But anyway, let me see. And even with the women going at him, Turtleneck was the one that would not stop. So you feel so threatened by this man. And again, not trying to sit here and because again, people got mad at us for saying that Candace can't be distraught and clap back at somebody at the same time. But again, for you to be so threatened by this man, you are verbally going at this man. So you didn't have all these words in part 1 of reunion. At the last 10 minutes, you didn't have all these words. At the beginning of part 2, you didn't have all these words. Not for a woman, but you got all these words for a man. And is this, and do you have all these words because you know that you have another man standing behind you that isn't Jamal, that isn't Collection Plate? Like, it pissed me off. But anyway, Chris says that his only issue is with Candace. and says to her, if Monique really was your friend, why did you not just come to her and tell her that this happened? And Chris B says there was no plot because Chris S did say the word plot, and they're all sticking to that one word, plot. And he is upset that they support a blogger that came at his kids. So you're upset because they support this guy. Okay, cool, whatever. And come to find out, they had already talked about this, but it's being rehashed because he's trying to prove a point. But you're upset because of this blogger coming at your kids. But you can't understand why the other Chris is upset about people sitting here trying to bring something to light about his child, his baby, about his newborn. Please make it make sense for me, people. She wasn't scared. Facts. Giselle couldn't even be truthful. She did speak about in the confessionals. Yeah, Candace did say the word plot, and I wish they would have showed that live of her actually breaking it down. But it seemed as if that Bravo wanted to continue to pay Candace in such a light because y'all played what Chris said, but you couldn't play anyway. I told you I'm not trying to get my pressure worked up. This y'all damn fault. Damn it. There's nothing to show them on there. They could have showed Candace talking about that. Yes, they could. You can't threaten to drag me, then expect unwavering loyalty. Candace did what she needed to do by telling Karen who could tell Monique. Okay. Giselle is such a liar. I mean, when she twisted it. Okay, so let me go ahead and get back into this. So Chris stands up out of frustration, right? And Turtleneck turns into a Karen. Talking about, he's standing up. He's standing up. Why can't he stand up? And they even made, and collectively even made it seem like on his live. And I think that part of this was supposed to air last week, but I think they somewhat last minute restructured how the reunion looked because they still have time to do that. And I think it was place said, but he pretty much alluded to I'm sorry, Chris trying to charge at the women. We never saw him charge at the women. We didn't. He just stood up and he is frustrated. He is upset. Again, these are natural reactions for someone trying to play with your fucking kids. And people also not understand. Anyway, I'm saving all my energy. I'm saving my energy for tomorrow. So Chris, so I already said that. Candace talks to Chris. She said if she would run to each woman about each rumor that will come out, they will be sitting there for like 3 hours, but that doesn't break down anything. You know, if you consider this person to be a friend, and even you saying that, look, he looked just like his daddy, so this whole thing wouldn't make sense. You still couldn't give a courtesy call to your friend who y'all made up at the reunion. You couldn't call her. You couldn't send her a text. You went to Karen, and Karen said, as soon as I found out, I hung up and called Monique. Why could you not go to her? Because now you look very flawed. And here's another thing, and maybe this is me just being a hood dude, but I've made it clear to people that I fuck with, like, if you sitting in a group with a motherfucker and they got my name in your mouth, they got my name in their mouth, I mean, if you sit there and you don't say shit and you bring that bone back to me, you not fucking loyal. Because if you can sit there with motherfuckers talking shit about me, bitch, you carrying the bone to take a bone. But if you sit there and you say like, hey, can y'all please not talk about my bro like that? Or if you go to bat for me, or as soon as they start talking about me, you get up and leave, I can respect that because that is loyalty. But to just sit there and entertain, and her just saying the baby looked like so it would never work, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. I ain't even here for it. That ain't enough. This y'all damn fault. I told y'all I wasn't trying to get mad, dude. Yeah. Candace wrong for that. They can't make the Samuels look aggressive if they don't give them anything to work with. Yeah, I just wish that in certain moments they would. So let me see. Where did I leave off on? Okay, so Chris S asked the big three, did they bring this plot to the show? He went to Candace. Candace said no. She did not bring it to the show, or she did not mention it on the show. He asked Doobie Wig. She says no. We get to fucking turtleneck. We get to her. We get to fucking we get to her. You had all this mouth for Chris up until this point. You didn't sit here and try to get your fucking security, because oh my God, she's attacking me. He's like, you do all this, and when he asks you a question, your response. So first he asks a question. This is what we get. Don't fucking talk to me ever. Okay. Oh the fuck right. She was called Red Hand. She was. Turned out playing disrespectful. Yes. Security. Exactly. Security. That's that shit had me so fucking upset, y'all. Like for real. So Giselle brings up that Chris Samuels asks her who the baby looked like in unshown footage. So she felt like, well, since this question was asked to me, maybe this is a part of their storyline. Now I would ask that. Like, if you sitting here and you running, trying to sit here and get this shit to be sitting on the show, and you walk up in my house and my wife is holding my baby, yeah, I'm gonna ask you, who does baby look like? And he laughed it off, where it's just like, and it was one of those like, I see what you tried to do, it didn't work, that's it. Yet we see another scene of you going in unshown scene of you going to Doobie Wig and literally rehashing that. Now, Andy, this punk motherfucker right here. Now, his whole thing is it was never shown on the show. And what y'all heard is y'all continue to hear Gundik say in part 2 of this reunion, things were recorded. Y'all just didn't show it. Did production not just make Andy look like a motherfucking dumbass and a liar, contradicting his motherfucking self? Come up here and read a couple. To her credit, she only mentioned the infidelity rumor, not the Potomac rumor. Okay. Giselle is a dangerous pathological liar. I can't believe she is just going to skate into next. You know she is. BS. Parents ask who they kid look like all the time. She's reaching. I can agree. But as that with the cameras around, yeah. Giselle definitely brought the paternity rumor. Uh-oh, did I go too far? Why do the Samuels have to take no accountability here? I can't. Well, they can. They definitely can. I'm not saying that they didn't, but what I'm saying for that is you have Monique saying that this was recorded for the show. Just because it doesn't mean it wasn't brought to the show, is what I'm saying. Andy pissed me off. Why can't the baby look like his mom? I mean, it could. Production made Andy look so unprofessional. Yeah, you never know. They might be trying to get Andy the fuck up out of there, because you've never seen production do that to Andy. The writings might be on the wall. Okay, let me help get through this. I'm starting to lose my damn. Oh, and I got so much more to talk about. I'm about to lose my voice. Okay, so now we get to Doobie Wig and her package. She wants a destination wedding. Now, I'm gonna say this. If the wedding happens next season, part of me wants to believe the destination wedding is going to be a part of the show, and that's going to be the cast trip if Bravo pays for it. That's what I'm thinking. If it come to the light, y'all heard it her. Damn it. They are building a house. I'm not gonna stay too long on Doobie Wig because she didn't give shit this season, so I'm just gonna skate. I'm gonna skate through it. I'm just letting y'all know what it is. The sales of her hats are doing well. Andy asked what is the big thing about the hats, and they say that is it's lined, and he's trying to figure out why, because Andy. I still can't believe that Andy don't know certain things about African Americans, despite the fact that you are surrounded by a lot of them, host parties and whatnot. But they explained to him it's to protect hair. Like I said, I mean, if I don't have a satin do-rag on, I have a satin wrap. Sometimes, because now that my hair is long, I have to put the satin wrap on first, then put the do-rag on top of it, just so I can go to sleep so my hair doesn't, fall apart and whatnot. And she also says that her taxes are handled. So before I move on, let's see what we got going on here. I can't. Hey, that's a smart thing to do. Have Bravo pay for the wedding, the honeymoon all in one. I mean, they pay for weddings all the time. Let's see what else. Robert is not worth the. You be nice, Lou. Be nice. That was a plot twist about the hats. More than likely, at this point, Andy is making Nene look. Yeah, well, yeah. But the only thing about the whole Nene thing is, I ain't gonna talk about Nene. We gonna be here all damn night. I ain't trying to be here all night. I see what y'all trying to. Y'all trying to manipulate me, but I can't be manipulated. Damn it. See, this is what I get for reading damn comments. See, y'all fault. So, phone screen is asked about Gargamel's cryptic statements about Juan not wanting to, go along with the wedding. And she says that based off of what Gargamel knew, his whole thing is apparently Juan is very comfortable with their current situation. That is why he said that. I call bullshit, but okay, we're gonna let you live. Chris Samuels is asked if he thought that they would get married. Now, Chris is still mad. He is still mad. So Chris says, despite people weaseling through stuff, he doesn't want to get involved, but he is just happy for them. I might have said that out of sequence, but that was pretty much the gist of it. But he fears that when his baby gets of age, they're going to see this and going to feel it does happen. Kids do get older and see this stuff. Hopefully, when his child gets of age, hopefully this is a distant memory. We'll see. So Doobie Wig is beginning to argue with him, saying this has nothing to do with you but Juan. You're riding hard for a person that isn't there. Granted, yes, he is working and everything, but he couldn't give up one practice to sit behind you. Maybe he isn't there because he doesn't want to ask for a certain comment that was made at the season finale. Maybe. Anyway, so Doobie Wig says, I am so glad he's not here. Obviously, nobody's paying attention to it. She's like, I am so glad he's not here. Nobody's paying attention to this. She said, I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here right now. What the fuck Juan gonna do? Well, I mean, really, what the fuck Juan gonna? I said, I'm gonna just move the fuck home because I'm gonna get mad all the fuck over again. What happened here? What y'all saying? Rama talking about she was exactly. If you worry about that, don't get on reality TV. Okay, now the comments is moving. Goodness gracious. Hold them accountable. Chris, what was Juan go? Not a thing. So someone asked something, and I don't remember who because I didn't feel like rewinding. No, I think it was Turtleneck that said something. Then Gunique said, "I know you're not talking to my husband, because you ain't got anybody sitting behind you now." And then you have, posting those saying, "Are you provoking her?" Chris gets up and leaves for a while. Now, my thing is, you've already gotten an apology from this woman, but why? Anyway, I'm not doing this. I'm not. So, a question is asked: what are the chances? What the? Who? Okay, so I'm sorry. So, what is the chances of a bachelor party? Flat screen after the last reunion. One, so the okay, I'm sorry. So the bachelor party, that whole thing, and what was said about just the two of us going between Gargamel and Juan. Phone screen says, okay, so after the reunion, Juan has said something about them going to Vegas and them gambling and whatnot. And of course, you'll be able to say some, but he didn't say nothing about it just being the two of them. Then you're not helping your case, dude. Just shut up, fix your hand, eat your food, damn it, because you ain't gave nothing. We were rooting for you. Damn. So Karen is asked about her comment in reference to you need to worry about what Juan says when he drinks. She pretty much said, I had something to say, but after talking with Ray, look, I'm not gonna say nothing. What I want you to do is you keep Ray name out your mouth. I'm gonna keep Juan name out my mouth. That's it. Chris returns. Chris Samuels, that is. So now the party is brought up. So Chris B says that he pushed Michael because he doesn't tolerate disrespect to women. I'm not saying that Gargamel doesn't disrespect women, but with all of the flashbacks that Bravo tends to do, why didn't it roll that beautiful bean footage of Gargamel getting disrespectful with the women? I would have loved to have seen it. Let me see. Samuel was apologized to Lays, but didn't get none in return. Didn't Jamal say on his live that he sick? He did. He did. Abby, what's going on, baby? He apologized, didn't yell. I wouldn't accept it either. Ashley enables all of Michael's foolery. It's creepy. That it is. All right. So, phone screen says people talk crap about Michael, and he defends himself. Yeah, I guess. It's also one of those where this is. It's a muddy slope. I'm not going there. Chris B feels that Gargamel could have reached out to him at a different time for them to have a conversation, because right as then wasn't the time nor the place, especially given the fact that alcohol was involved, and the way that Michael tends to talk to people is not conducive to create a civil conversation. And I can agree, especially given his antics right then, right there. So the Chris's both hate what happened between their women, and they have hopes that things will move right on the they have hopes that the women may at some point come back to each other. I don't think that's going to happen, but we shall see. Ray asks Doobie when are they getting married, because he and Karen are having a wedding for their 25th anniversary. Karen knew nothing of this. She cries, hugs Uncle Ben, and it's all to the good. Chris Samuels big ups his wife's strength during this last year. And now I ain't gonna lie, when Chris brought it up, I kind of was just like, come on, Chris, I'm tired of hearing about this, only because yes, they have been sitting there for almost 11 at this point, 11 hours. This was already brought up before, but Andy, if you were going to bring this plot situation up, you should have had Chris Samuels out there, because since you didn't have him out there, he gonna talk about it right then. But he even mentioned how the fact that his wife was able to get along, even willing to sit here and try to be professional with Turtleneck, in spite of all that was going on in the background. He respects her so much and appreciates her strength. And here's the reality: African American women, yes, are very, very strong. It's unfortunate that has been embedded, where African American women just have to be strong for the sake of being strong. But he appreciated that, and it kind of helped him to get to a better place. So, and I really felt that he was being sincere, but they will say, oh, fake tears. But Candace wasn't crying fake tears. Again, the hypocrisy. I can't do it. And at this point, it's 11 hours. They are about to wrap this thing up. So I'm going to just go ahead and get through this, and I'm going to read through the comments, probably say for a couple more minutes, then I'm probably going to bed, because damn it, I'm trying to talk my voice off today. So, did I just hit the thing for it to go? Oh, crap. Okay, I'm good. So 444 says she has learned, because of her background and how she orates, it can come off as combative. Doobie says things have come full circle. Phone screen is proud of who she is and is happy right now. Turtleneck says no one can tell her about her relationship. Man, what relationship are we talking about? Goonie got her resolution. Posted note said that her goal was to get there, and she is reminded why she loves the majority of the women. Karen says that this is group dynamic. We've hurt each other, but this is a new beginning. And they all end this reunion with the Wendy Slither. And that is it. All right, let me read some of these comments and see what we do. Okay, hold on. Let me come just a little bit. I'm gonna start right here. Bravo should have let Michael return after. I hope the victim sue. Okay, should have never. Okay, should have never. I wish that they would do something about that, because that is sexual assault, harassment, and assault. And it's a double standard when it comes to men versus women. Because again, if it was a woman that Gargamel did this to, then it would be a whole nother situation. in labor of Michael was going back and forth with her, and of Michael's mouth is way more reckless. Yeah, I can agree with that. See, white privilege. All right. It was sincere. I do believe that was sincere from Chris. Chris brought it up, and Andy didn't give him a chance to bring. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Let's see, well, the fact that Karen is a rape survivor and can even look at the Samuels in the face as they protect a sexual predator and his. Okay, well, in reference to that, if you like I said, some of us do believe that the Samuels had that tape. Some of us believe it. Some of us don't. We would never know. We would never know. That's all I can say. Let me see. The Samuels lack integrity for protecting Darby's. Okay. Let's see what else. Why is this not? Okay, there it is. Did this thing just glitch on me? I think it just glitched on me. That girl was not attacked. Y'all need to stop. Okay. The men don't work for the show, so they can't fire Michael. They can't fire him, but they can limit how much he is shown. And if anything, if they and with them not being able to fire Michael, they could just release Ashley altogether because like her Ashley storyline is always it always involves Gargamel. It does. If Gargamel is there, she has no storyline, which means they're going to remove Ashley. And here's the reality. Ashley makes for good TV and she helps to move the plot along. If it isn't Giselle, it's Ashley. I mean, that's just facts right there. And yes, and he does have a double standard. All right, y'all. So I was not trying to be on here because it's going on 50 minutes. Okay, hold on. What happened? I could only imagine what was on the floor for those 11 hours. I can only imagine what's on the cutting room floor of what they didn't show this season. Because there's a lot that was recorded that we did not get a chance to see. But that's not here nor there. But that's it, you guys. But like I said, I'm losing my voice. I've been up all day, and I'm trying to give y'all this and be as animated as I possibly could because I wanted to do it this way. Because OBS was giving me trouble last week, and I just did not want to run into those troubles today. So that's it. That's all I got. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's 155 of you. I think it's probably the most that I've had in here. So again, I appreciate you all for watching. I hope, like I said, and I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video. Over here, we family. Like I say, I like to kick it, cool, laugh, and all the other stuff. One thing is, for those of y'all who are new here, whether you clicked on this by convenience, whether you're a new subscriber or not, look, I'm not here for the BS. Y'all can attack me because I'm cool. Like I'm built way differently. Y'all can attack me. Please don't attack the people in the comments. All right, especially those who've been subscribed here for a hot while, because I don't want to block you, but I will. Because this needs to be a safe space where we can all just sit over here and laugh. Just have a good time. But yeah, Terrence also, aka Giving You the Real Tea, is doing his live tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys watch it. I would like to think that Bonnie Blue might do a live. And also I will be on the panel tomorrow with Scotty by Nature, Niecy Dixon, Bonnie Blue, Terrence, Josiah. Who missing? I am missing somebody. Jamie, that's me. That's Jamie. I was missing Jamie. So we will all be talking about this tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure we are going to dive deep and have a whole lot to talk about. So you can join us there to continue the conversation, and also we can continue the conversation in the comments below. So yes, I love you all so much. Thank you. Damn, Scott, I know you see. I did say Jamie. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all dearly. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all tomorrow and also for whatever the next video may be. Love you guys. Peace.